Hello everyone. I'm going to talk to you today about the next part of your RE work. Last week we learned about the story of Adam and Eve and how they ate the fruit in the garden and God was very angry with them. God had created a beautiful world for them to enjoy, but he had told Adam and Eve particularly that they must not eat the apples from a particular tree. But the serpent, who was Satan in disguise, tempted them, and Eve ate the fruit. It was delicious, and so she gave it to Adam and persuaded him to eat it too. God was angry that they hadn't followed his rules, and the world was no longer perfect. He sent them out of the garden. Last week you did some really good work of arranging the pictures to tell the story in the right order and matching the sentences to it too. So just like Adam and Eve, we're all tempted at times to do not the right thing. We're tempted to do things that are wrong. None of us are perfect, not even teachers. When I was a little girl, my dad used to keep a motorbike at the side of our house. And the rule was that when Dad was home, we mustn't go down the side path because the motorbike was there and there wasn't room for us to go through. One day I ate my tea and I rushed out of the back door of the house, round the side, halfway down the path, and I saw the motorbike. Now the right thing to do would be to turn around and go back in the back door, through the house and out the front door, and safely off to see my friend. I was in such a hurry to see my friend and carry on our playing that I decided to keep going down the path and squeeze by the motorbike. So much could have gone wrong. I could have knocked the motorbike over, broken it, could have knocked it on top of myself. And something did go wrong. As I squeezed by, the exhaust pipe of the motorbike used to get really hot when it was being ridden, and it was still hot, and my leg scraped along the side and burnt. I ran off to play with my friend. My leg was hurting, and when I got home and I got ready for bed, I covered it up so that nobody could see it, but it was really hurting. And in the end, I had to show my mum and dad, and then they knew that I'd done the wrong thing. I did learn about that though, and I never went to squeeze by the motorbike again. And we all need to say sorry sometimes. I had to say sorry for that. Can you think of a time when you've done something that was the wrong choice? When you needed to say sorry? Pause the video and have a little think and tell me about that time. Well, there were some interesting things that you said. I'm glad that you all know that you need to say sorry when you've done something wrong. So we've been thinking about New Year, and our New Year is January the 1st. And some people have a party at the end of December the 31st as we go into New Year. And they make New Year's resolutions, their hopes for the next year. Jewish New Year, which we learned about last week when they think about the story of Adam and Eve, it's much longer. It lasts for 10 days and is during the autumn months. It's not at the same time of the year. Jewish New Year is called Rosh Hashanah and starts with a 2-day-long celebration. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? Rosh Hashanah means head of year, like the start of the year. It's where Jewish people leave their mistakes of the past year behind them, like Adam and Eve did. And they look forward to the future and hope for a sweet new year, a happy new year. So I'm going to share a little video with you now. In this film, a lady will explain to you much more about Rosh Hashanah and how it's celebrated.
Shalom from Israel. It's Rabbits in Town. We're going to talk about Rosh Hashanah. Do you know what the words Rosh Hashanah mean? Well, the Hebrew word Rosh means head, but it also means the very beginning, the start. The word Hashanah means the year. Put that together and you get Rosh Hashanah, the start of the year. And that's exactly what Rosh Hashanah is. It's the Jewish New Year. So how do we celebrate Rosh Hashanah? One of the things we do is to take an apple, which is sweet, and we dip it into honey, which is really sweet. And then you eat it, it's super duper sweet. And that makes you smile. And that's the kind of year we want to have, sweet and happy. And since there's a whole lot of things we want to be sweet in our lives, we do a whole lot of davening. We want everyone to be healthy and safe, have enough food to eat. So we daven really, really hard that we, our family, our friends, our neighbors, everyone should have a good, sweet year. And then we do something very special. Anyone know what it is? It's called a shofar. No, not a chauffeur, a shofar. Can you say shofar?
Shofar.
Great. A shofar is the horn of a ram, and you blow it like a horn. Hey, wait a second. Maybe that's why the word horn means something you blow, and it also means the horn on an animal, because the very first horns in the world were made from animal horns. And what do we do with the shofar on Rosh Hashanah? We blow it. Blowing the shofar is mentioned lots of places in Tanakh. In fact, when the Torah talks about Rosh Hashanah, it's called Yom Teruah, the day of shofar blowing. And why do we blow the shofar on Rosh Hashanah? Well, what happens when you blow a horn? People wake up. And the truth is, sometimes we walk around the world kind of sleepy. No, not really asleep. Just that we're so busy with all the little things in life, sometimes we forget about the big things. Like the things we talked about before, making sure everyone in the world is healthy and happy and safe. And making sure we remember that being a good person, being kind and caring and nice to everyone is the most important thing we can do. And so we blow the shofar lots of times to wake ourselves up and remember all the good things we want to do this year, so we can make this year the best one yet. So what do you think? You want to hear the shofar?
Yeah.
Did somebody say they want to hear the shofar?
Wow, you brought a real shofar. What a great surprise. Okay, everybody, say Tekiah.
Tekiah.
Now say Shvarim.
Shvarim.
Now say Teruah.
Teruah.
Okay, here's the big one. Say Tekiah Gadola.
Tekiah Gedolah.
Wow, great job, everybody. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about Rosh Hashanah. When you see people on Rosh Hashanah, you say the greeting Shana Tova, which means, I hope you have a good year. Now yell out, Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Very good. So now you guys know so much about Rosh Hashanah. It's the time we eat apples and honey and pray for a very sweet new year. It's the day we blow the shofar, and it's when we say a big Shana Tova to all our friends.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Happy Rosh Hashanah and a very sweet year to everyone.
Shalom from Israel.
Oh, that was really good, wasn't it? Shared us lots of information. So now I'm going to just share a different screen again with you to show you your activity sheet for today. Okay, quite a short one today. We have some sentences at the beginning that we need to fill in and the missing words. and a couple of sentences that we need to think about and then finish. So let's have a look at it together. The Jewish New Year is called, pause your video, have a think and shout out at the screen. The Jewish New Year is called, yes, Rosh Hashanah. The next one, the greeting Shana Tova means, can you remember from the video? The greeting Shana Tova means, pause the video and tell me what it means. Yes, it means a good new year, or I wish you a good new year. So now you know the two words that need to go in there. The Jewish New Year is called Rosh Hashanah. The greeting Shana Tova means a good new year. Then the next bit. Jews leave behind their mistakes of the past, like Adam and Eve. They say sorry. I need you to finish this sentence for me. I need to say sorry when... Can you think of a time when you might need to say sorry? Have a think and tell me your idea. I think I would put, I need to say sorry when I snap angrily at my daughters for making a mess. Tell me your idea. That's great. Now write your idea in that line, on that line, to tell me when you need to say sorry. The shofar is a ram's horn and is blown to remind people to wake up and be... Have a think about what would be a good word to put there. Okay, when you have completed your sheet today, I'd like you to upload it and put it onto your portfolio or send me a picture. If you can, add any other ideas and pictures onto that sheet about Rosh Hashanah, maybe the apples dipped in honey, different things, people saying their prayers that you learned from the video, then you can. I'll put the link to the video onto Class Dojo as well so that you can watch that video again if you'd like to. Okay, see you soon.